Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another live stream. I've been liking doing these live streams, you guys. Live reaction for you guys. You can see my first impressions as soon as you get them. So I like doing these for you guys. And there's going to be a lot more albums coming out and a lot more heavy bangers to react to listen to. And I just can't wait for the rest of the year and what that has to bring. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, but today we're taking a look at Jinjer's newest released album that just came out, like I said. So this will be my very first impression and my very first album reaction from these guys. A lot of these bands I'm going to be reacting to have been a lot of new ones for me, you know, because it's just a lot of new bands I've been getting into over this channel over these past couple years, and it's going to be my very first time listening to some of these albums. So yeah, so this is going to be my very first Jinjer one. But like I said, I've reacted to Jinjer before, previously on the channel. Lots of singles, some older stuff as well, and a lot of popular ones that you guys as fans like me to some of your favorite tracks from these guys. So it's very, you know, like to see you guys' reactions and what my thoughts and opinions on them. But I'm just gonna fully say before we get started here, I'm just gonna do a fully kind of like a disclaimer here. This is not typically, you know, my favorite type of genre of metal. This is not typically, you know, my favorite, you know, style. But I do appreciate it though. I do appreciate it though. So I do like the singing, the differences in metal that I listen to, and like the newer ways, the European type of stuff, you know, it's very different, but it's just not typically my favorite kind of metal to listen to. It's not my type of flavor, if you know what I'm saying. But you know, I still appreciate it though. I'm not discriminating. I'm not, you know, saying anything bad about the band. They're very talented, don't get me wrong, especially Tatiana with her voice and stuff like that. It's very iconic when you hear her screams, but it's not typically my type of, you know, sound or genre to listen to in metal. But you know, that's what I like about metal though. You know, there's lots of different genres, there's lots of different types of metal, which is what I like. You know, it gives bands, you know, the unique style, the unique, you know, tone, unique genres to them, and just makes every band not sound the same. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about metal in that aspect. But you know, just because I won't go out of my way to listen to this band, or won't go out of my way to listen to some of their songs, you know, but I do appreciate them. I do appreciate the, you know, unique style, the unique tone and stuff like that. But we're still gonna listen to it, we're still gonna react to it, and yeah, we're gonna just see to what new heavy bangers, what new stuff they have to bring, and what new you know, surprises they might have for me as well as other fans of the band, if you have heard of them already. But fully stacked album, we got like 11 tracks or so we're gonna have to wait getting to see. Strap in and hope, because you know these guys can hit hard when they want to. So yeah, we're gonna just have to wait and see what we got here. So yeah, this is gonna be the first track off the new Jinjer record, Tantrum. Okay, right in. Already with the blast beats. Big chunks of this. Like I say, man, they could definitely do the grooves though. Love the deepness of the tone though. Back in. Get those crowds spinning, boys. Oh, beat it up! Those high speeds, Tati. Speaks in Love those chugs though. Oh man. Man, I can see why you can guys like it, man. It's just so chaotic. It's just so in your face. It's like nothing makes sense. I get it though. A little clean break here. Give me that smooth bass line.
It's avant-garde, against extravagant. It's a new term in the canons of taste.
Hit me with those tranquility of the cleans.
A bold beauty mark on the personal freedom's face. My voice drowns out the orchestra sound. I can't so many words. I turn you upside down.
Yeah.
Such a loud premiere will never happen again.
Speak to me. Put me in a trance.
Do not send mail invitations
Woo-hoo-hoo! Have that little dark twist at the end there. I like that. I like that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. That was the first track off the new Jinjer record. Very first impressions, not gonna lie. It's not bad. It's not bad. I like the deep tones. I like the chugs. I like the riffs they have in there. It's very groovy, like they always do. It's very catchy, man. It's very chaotic, like I said, because I can see why you guys are like interested. You never know what you're gonna expect from these guys. You never know what part of the track is coming next. Could be another chorus. Could be another, breakdown. Could be another groovy bits section hidden in there. So I can see that. I can see the likeness of that. But like I said, Tati doing what she does best. The high screams though. That probably the highlight of the track for me, because she could do the high screams, she could do her deep tones and groans, but the high screams though, I don't see her really doing it too much, from what I've listened to, from what I remember. But it's very like it's very piercing, but in a good way. It's very strong. It's very prominent when she does those high screams. I like that. I want to see some more of that. With the going along with the groovy bits, stuff like that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like these guys have like a mix of genres. They're like a mixed bag of when it comes to metal music, because they have they got different pieces from like genres here and there. They got like the industrial sound. They got like some genty stuff. They got some mostly the European sound in there. But they have like they go on this like tangent of like kind of like jazz influence almost, kind of like I don't know what to say. It's kind of like sounds like a little bit Caribbean in a way as well, like Jamaican and stuff like that. I've heard some of their songs have like a little bit Jamaica Rasta vibe in there. And they're Ukrainian, right? They're a Ukrainian band, so I don't know what made the transition there from all the way over here to way up there. I don't know. Maybe she's a fan of Caribbean style music. I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe she was born there. I don't know. But either way, they have a lot of genres trying to fit into one track. But, it is just me. But, sometimes you need that little break up. Sometimes you need that clean break in there. I like the bass line, though. I like the clean bass line when she comes in with the cleans. Sounds perfect in my opinion. But, like I said, it's very weird when it comes to that sort of thing. At least to me, a lot of you fans might be used to it. But to me, when I hear a metal hard-hitting riff and then we go straight into the parts of the Caribbean, it throws me off a little bit. But either way, it is what it is. We're going to keep going here.